can move towards solution of the infinite paradoxes which exist in the Cantor's literature. Of course, time is not permitting, so we have prepared a list of the several scholars, their period, and the text which is useful to understand the mathematical content. This is the scholars and their period and the name. So this indicates the volume of the mathematical material available in Jain literature. Now, I have tried to group this group first. In this, we include those mathematical texts whose critical edition has been published. The Trishatika, Ganit Sar Sangrah, Ganit Tilak, Vyavhar Ganit, Stank Panchvinshantika, and Ganit Sar Komdi. Out of these, Trishatika is very important. Its Mangalacharan has been changed, and the original text of Trishatika is available in Mood Badri of Karnataka. Yesterday, I have seen that very text. I have gone there with the permission of Madam, and I have seen this very text. 781 is the number which is given on the manuscript, and this Trishatika, which is published by Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan, Delhi in 2004. Yes, this Trishatika published in 2004, and it contained only 180 verses. And the manuscript which has the 300 verses in Kannada script is available in Mood Badri, and this is the only one copy which is available in Kannada script, and this is oldest one. As you know, the palm leaf manuscripts are more authentic, more older, and more reliable. So but in the 120 verses which is not published, having so many examples which are very important to decide the authenticity and the tradition of this very text. So this is the Vyavhar Ganit published by Professor Padmavathamma first time in 2000. In 1955, it is published originally with only original text, but with English translation, it is published by Professor Padmavathamma in 2013, and this is Ganesh Sar Sangrah. This is Ganesh Sar Sangrah. And 1912 English translation and 63 Hindi translation. This is the Hindi translation, and in 2000 its Kannada translation appear. And this is the Ganit Sar Komdi. This is Thakkar Feruz, and that is Ganit Tilak of Shripati, original Shripati, with the commentary of Sheikh Tilak Suri. Now, group second, it contains those texts whose only original text has been published, but its critical edition is not published so far. Angul Saptati, Leelavati, and Ank Prastar. And the third group, in this group we include those texts whose manuscripts are laying with me, but so far not published. We have collected the manuscript of these texts. This is Ganesh Sar. Originally we have only one page, and yesterday I have seen the entire manuscript. This is available. This is the first page.
You have 5 minutes now.
Yeah. So this Jyotirgyan Vidhi, this manuscript is also available in Veervani Vilas in Mood Badri, but it is not published so far. Then Lokani Yoga of Jinsen, it is a part of the Harivansh Purana, but this manuscript has a beauty that it has so many illustrations. Then Shatrinshika of Madhav Chand Traividya. This manuscript is found in Karanja of Maharashtra, and it is listed in so many catalogs as an incomplete manuscript of Mahaviracharya. And the thing which is important is श्री वीतरागाय नमः 36 में तेन सकल आठ भिन्न जाति 6 प्रकीर्णक 10. This indicates, and last it is बुद्ध वीराचार्य रू पहला गणति माधव चंद्र त्रैवेद्याचार्य रू सोद सिद्धरागे Sara Sangraha Meniskum Buddha. So this indicates that this is a manuscript written by the Madhav Chandra Traivedya, and it has 14 new sutras in last chapter, which is not available in the Ganesh Sara Sangraha. And then Trilokya Deepak of Pandit Vamdev, Trilok Darpana of Khadak Sen, Ganesh Sar of Hemaraj. This is the first manuscript which is written in Hindi, and it gives the details of number system, yani 3 type of countable, 9 type of uncountable, and 9 type of infinity. This is a very unique manuscript which is not published so far. So Griffith, in this we include only those names whose manuscript is available in different bhandars, but we can't collect it. Then these are the texts which are mentioned by the different scholars, and these are the sources in which the information available regarding different texts. And now I have listed the work of the Acharya Sridhar. This is the Pati Ganit, this is Trishatika, this is palm leaf manuscript of Ganesh Sar Jyotirgyan Vidhi, and we know that the solution of the quadratic equation, which is used by us at present also, is given by Acharya Sridhar. There are several studies made on the Sridharacharya. This is Mahaviracharya, the 5 texts, which is given credit to Mahaviracharya, but it is only one. In fact, Shatrinshika is not the text of the Mahaviracharya, but credit was given initially due to mistake. So these are the works on Mahaviracharya. This is Satrishika, studies on Mahaviracharya. There are several unique contributions made by Mahaviracharya regarding general formula for the combination. At present, we use the NCR is equal to factorial n upon factorial, NCR is equal to factorial n upon factorial, factorial n minus r. This formula is given first time by Mahaviracharya. This is the Niruddha, yani the way, formula for adding the different fraction of unequal denominator, it is given by the Mahaviracharya. There are so many new rules which is at present used. Finally, I am concluding that there are so many rules which is at present used by us, are given by the Jain scholars. So mathematics developed by the Jain scholar is very important, and so far a very detailed, authentic, and systematic study was not made. Recently, I have prepared a voluminous book in 2 volumes, The Development of Mathematical Thoughts in Jain Literature. Very soon it will come, and I hope that with that very thing, we can put before the academic world the mathematical contribution made by the Jain tradition and the role of the mathematics in Jainism. There are a lot of, so many, about 10 to 15 new rules are available in Jain canonical literature. I have submitted the copy of my presentation to the department. For the remaining portion, you can see there. So, any question?
Thank you, Dr. Jain, for your illuminating talk. The floor is now open for questions.
Thank you very much for this very stimulating presentation and for some most interesting ideas which a student of philosophy likes to hear about. And in the context of what we have been doing, you mentioned the possibility of calculating the use and inflow and dropping away of karmas. This is a very interesting idea, and the fact that the Jainas regard karma as basically material particles, and that you can calculate the amount depending on the intensity that is involved. My question is there a way to calculate the intensity which will then have a repercussion on the amount of karmas coming in and probably the amount of particles that are used up. My question is there the system, or does one have to develop a system?
Yes. Now, up to this stage, we have no system of quantifying the intensity of the karmic system. But in fuzzy mathematics, that is very similar to rough set theory or the set theory, some system has been developed.
Washing machines have fuzzy mathematics.
Yes. So, with the use of the fuzzy mathematics, without quantifying the intensity of the karmic theory, we can develop a system. Of course, it will not be 100% correct, but with the use of the fuzzy mathematics, we can come nearby to the net effect of the different type of karmas which are associated with our soul. So, I have already mentioned that so far there is no quantification of the intensity of the karma, but we can proceed in this very direction.
Thank you. And one question, if I may, the question of classification of infinity. You said there are about 11 that you discovered in defining infinity. Are the definitions so different? In fact, can you give us an idea how we can understand the difference between two kinds of infinity, for example?
There are two types in the Sthananga Sutra. One is the dimension-wise and one is the quantity-wise. Namananta to Anantanant. From Namananta to Anantanant, this classification is given in chapter 5th of the Sthananga Sutra. And in Dhavala, there is 11 type of infinity. In fact, Anantanant is the real infinity, and Namanant is same. Oh, बहुत बड़ा है. Anant. The thing beyond our imagination, we say Anant, but that is not real infinity. The attempt to classify the different type of infinity was made in Jain literature. Of course, Jain literature itself are non-unanimous about this very classification system. In Sthanang, we find different classification. In Anayog, we find different system. In Tiloparnati, we find a different nomenclature. But the important thing, where different type of infinities are used in the 14 type of sequences in finding the nth term, some of the terms by the name Chandra. So whenever we have gone, and it is also mentioned by the name Chandra, that if you want to know more about the sequences, you go through Vehadhara Parikarma. This is mentioned in the Trilok Sara of Nemi Chandra. And I have been informed that there is a Persian manuscript available in Tehran, Fi Sankalit il Adad Jainism. That manuscript is mentioned by Sochi in Albanese, India. But so far, we can't get the copy of that very manuscript. And I hope that the period of Al-Biruni is nearby the period of the Nemi Chandra. So there is a remote possibility that that very book of Fi Sankalit Iladat Janus may be some related with the Vrihadhara Parikarma, because so many texts which are not available in Sanskrit, in Devanagari script in India, are found in Arab countries with its Persian translation, because there is a lot of transition made from India to Persian Arab countries. You know that Indo-Arabic numeral system is the best thing which indicates their transmission.
It was a very stimulating presentation, and I have one question and another observation. First, the observation. See, there are two things. One is Jainism, another is mathematics. Suppose some Jaina has written something on mathematics, it is not a Jaina contribution to mathematics. Suppose a person who has written a book on tailoring happens to be a Jaina, it is not Jaina contribution to tailoring. It should be made very clear as to what is mathematics and what is Jainism. If there is no philosophical, religious tenets that is being reflected in the mathematics, it is pure mathematics. He is a mathematician and has nothing to do with the like a sect he is born in. Okay, therefore one has to clearly distinguish these two things. Like Aryabhatta or Varahamihira, when they wrote mathematics, it went in the name of mathematicians, not in the caste or the place or the sect they are born in. Okay, like that is number one. Therefore,
I reply one.
yeah.
Yeah. There are 4 ways of study history of mathematics. Number 1, area-wise. Number 2, area-wise. We find the independent text, Greek mathematics by Jainism, Chinese mathematics by